Have you ever wondered which is more sustainable, electric cars or combustion cars? The concept of sustainability has become a universal concern, a topic that's no longer confined to just environmentalists or scientists, but resonates with every one of us. As our planet continues to grapple with the effects of climate change, the need for sustainable transport has never been more pressing. In the realm of transport, two main contenders emerge when we talk about sustainability: electric cars and combustion cars. They are the heavyweight champions in our modern era, each boasting its own set of benefits and drawbacks. Electric cars powered by electricity stored in a battery pack promise zero emissions. Combustion cars, on the other hand, have been our trusty companions for over a century, running on gasoline or diesel. But are they falling behind in the sustainability race? So let's dive into the pros and cons of both electric and combustion cars to find out which is truly more sustainable. Electric cars, hailed as the future of transportation, but are they as green as they seem? Let's take a closer look at the pros and cons of electric vehicles, starting with the good. Firstly, electric cars produce zero tailpipe emissions. Unlike their gasoline counterparts that pump out a cocktail of harmful gases, electric vehicles emit nothing but water vapor. This has the potential to significantly reduce air pollution in densely populated areas, and could play a key role in combating climate change. Secondly, they are incredibly energy efficient. While a conventional car only converts about 20% of the energy from fuel into motion, an electric car converts around 60%. This means that mile for mile, electric cars use a lot less energy than gasoline cars. Lastly, electric cars can be powered by renewable energy. As the grid becomes greener, so do electric cars. They can be charged using solar or wind power, reducing their carbon footprint even further. But let's not get carried away. Electric cars are not without their drawbacks. One of the biggest criticisms is the environmental impact of battery production and disposal. Mining the lithium, cobalt, and nickel required for batteries is far from green, and recycling them is a complex process. Plus, the lifespan of these batteries can be quite short, meaning they need to be replaced regularly. Then there's the issue of electricity. While it's true that electric cars can run on renewable energy, most of the world's electricity is still generated from fossil fuels. Until we can break that dependency, electric cars will continue to indirectly contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. And let's not forget about the current limitations of charging infrastructure. For many, the lack of charging stations and the time it takes to charge a car could be a deal breaker. While electric cars have their advantages, they are not without their challenges. Combustion cars, they've served us well for over a century, but is their time up? For generations, these machines have been a symbol of freedom, mobility, and progress. Their ubiquity speaks volumes about their convenience. Gas stations are practically on every corner. Mechanics familiar with their inner workings are a dime a dozen, and they can cover vast distances on a single tank of fuel. But there's a flip side to this coin. These vehicles, as we've come to know, are major contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. They spew pollutants into our air, compromising the quality of the environment and posing serious health risks. Plus, let's not forget they run on fossil fuels, a resource that's not only finite but also fraught with geopolitical tensions. The question we need to ask ourselves is, are we willing to continue paying this hefty price for the convenience of combustion cars? Despite their convenience, combustion cars carry a heavy environmental cost. So, electric or combustion, which is the more sustainable option? We've dissected this question from various angles in our discussion today. We've considered the good and the bad, the pros and cons of both electric and combustion engines. We've seen that electric cars, though not without their environmental impacts, particularly in the realm of battery production, still manage to edge out their combustion counterparts. Why? Because they boast zero tailpipe emissions and offer the potential for renewable energy use. The combustion engine, a relic of a bygone era, lacks these sustainable features. Yet we must remember that the choice between electric and combustion cars isn't a one-size-fits-all decision. It's a decision influenced by a multitude of factors, individual needs, and circumstances. In the end, the choice between electric and combustion cars will depend on various factors. But when it comes to sustainability, electric cars have the edge.